All right, welcome back. Now, I'm the only one home right now, except with Hunter and Socks. The wife's gonna come home in about 15 minutes. Okay? The spinach is gonna take about 5 minutes to cook once the pan's hot. The fish is gonna take about 8 minutes to cook. So what do? You don't want dinner as soon as they walk in the door. Relax. Put her purse down. Say hello. Get a glass of wine. But you don't want dinner to be rushed. You also don't want you don't want them to come in and say, you gotta eat. Take your time. The rice can sit. Okay? We'll get spinach in here. We'll get the cod in here. Okay? Now, with the spinach, okay? Fresh spinach, don't use frozen. Okay? Don't use frozen. Frozen's terrible. It's processed. It's got salt added. No. Use your fresh. Okay? So what we got? Okay, so we're going to have onions. We have the onions, spinach, and the garlic. Those are for the spinach, obviously. Okay? We're going to do the spinach in this pan. We're going to do the fish in this pan. I like non-stick pans. The biggest finds I find are at a thrift store where you find cast iron skillets, which I love, but they retain the heat, so you got to be balanced with those. But I like going there and finding diamonds in the rough, or gold, the things that you wish you had. I've got a pasta machine that we're going to use. Thrift store, brand new, never been used. Thrift store. So don't go and buy new. And I mean that by you're going to give somebody else's stuff a new life. So if mom and dad have passed away, they use their stuff because it continues their life. It continues the life of that product. It sounds simple, it sounds silly, but it's all about, we're on this earth for a short period of time. And memories are what's important. Food is memorable. But so is the items that you cook it in, because you can say, Mom used to cook in this. Or Dad used to cook in this. I was so impressed when Dad used white pepper instead of black pepper. So, wow, Dad, you got it? He says, yeah. He says, it's better tasting. 65 years, he finally realized that white pepper is better. White pepper, used in moderation, not in everything. Okay? So, we've got the fish here. And you're probably saying, okay, this guy's pretty long-winded. Okay? I got it up, I have a little sip of the wine. What flavors go good with fish? Well, we have salt and pepper, obviously, and just getting a bowl here. I figured I had another bowl, but I didn't, because that's too small. So I want something that's going to be big enough that you can see. Okay? Now, this program is about coming home and teaching you what you need to do to cook. You see me in and out of the dishwasher, in and out of this. This is me cooking. This is what I do. I cook during the day. I come home and cook. Cooking is emotional. Cooking is spiritual. Cooking is what makes you you. Now, if you're an accountant, you don't want to come home and cook dinner. But if you don't want to cook dinner, then don't cook dinner. Create an experience. Relax. Have your loved one come in the kitchen, share a glass of wine. Have your kids come up with 2 stools. Let them make the pasta. Cook the pasta. Okay? Later on, we're going to get into it when we get more comfortable with each other. We're going to see a lot more. But we're going to start. I'm going to put this aside because I'm not going to need it. Okay? We'll put the fish. Now, the fish was frozen, previously frozen. I've defrosted it 2 days ago. Not 2 days ago. I pulled it out 2 days ago so it sits and rests, and then the water comes out of the fish. Then you're saying, wait a minute here. Why is the water coming out of the fish? Isn't that the flavor? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay? So, we're going to take it. What we're going to do first, put your seasonings in the bowl. I always start with olive oil. I'm Italian, so I'm going to use olive oil. Does lemon go with it? We're going to put a little bit of lemon in there, but we're going to do that at the end. If you put lemon in here now, it's going to start cooking it. The acid will cook it. We're going to do fresh ground pepper, fresh ground salt. I've got a little bit of lemon pepper, so we're going to back off on the pepper and salt because there's salt in the lemon pepper. Then we're going to do paprika, which I'm hiding right here. Again, the color, when you sear the fish, you're going to get that color. I want it universal. If you watch Hell's Kitchen and all that stuff, he yells at the color of the scallops. Okay? It's simple. It's basic cooking. Okay? But we're not going to go into that. Okay. A little bit of paprika. Again, paprika is pepper. It has a flavor. If you buy smoked paprika and regular paprika, it's no difference. I have smoked paprika, but in this case, the smoked paprika will burn. The reason I say that is because it's already smoked. It's got a flavor to it, and if you add heat to it, it will burn. Smoked paprika is great at a more delicate recipe. Okay, we're using it for color and for flavor. Smoked paprika is used mostly for flavor. Okay? Now I could be wrong, I could be corrected, but that's what I've always been taught. So we're going to go. We're going to do cracked black pepper, and we're going to do it ourselves. Okay? Simple. We're not going to oversimplify anything. Okay? Salt. Again, not much because we're going to use the lemon pepper. Okay? And then a little bit of this. Okay? Here we go. Now, crack everything right here. Okay? Okay, now. Okay, not a lot. We don't want to use a lot of oil because we're going to put oil in the pan. All we want to do is coat this here. Okay? So we take our fish, okay? And if you look at the fish, it's got a stripe or darker side and a lighter side. Your darker side is your skin side. That's the one that you want to cook last. The reason I say that is because you're going to turn up the one that's clear, the white part is going to be on top. Okay? That's the one that's going to show everything. So what we're going to do is we're going to have on this plate, we're going to have green with the spinach, we're going to have pearly white with the cod, and then the yellow with the rice. So you have to think of your colors. You don't have to, but you can if you will, if you want to. Okay, so we're going to season this. Let it sit. Okay. We have lemon juice here. We're going to do. Can I use fresh lemon? Yes, I can. Yes, I can, but I didn't get it. Okay. Again, I rushed home from work today. Okay. 6:18. We're going to start everything. We're going to shut our rice off because it's absorbed all the water. Okay. If you look at this, Okay? All right? It's absorbed all the water, get a nice color to it. Let it sit. We're going to turn up our burners here. We're going to put our spinach on medium high. The only thing I cook on high is something I want to sear quick and lower it down and to boil pasta. But in this case, we're going to do medium high for the spinach. We're going to do medium high for the fish. Again, because we want to sear the fish and we want to caramelize the onions and the garlic. Okay? Now, we haven't put oil in there yet. We're going to wait. Okay? Again, I use olive oil. I like olive oil. You can use any type of oil you want. Okay? It's your choice. What you want to do. Okay? Now, the wife just came home. So what do? We panic? No. We need to know in 10 minutes she's going to be ready to eat. She, because I cook for her. Do I have to? No, I choose to. Is she a better cook than me? Probably. I don't know. But let's play the game. What I mean by the game is when she walks in the door, it's just a greet. It's a hello, honey, how are you? Welcome home. And then it's going to take her 10 minutes for her to come in, relax, and then dinner will be ready 10, 15 minutes. We don't rush that because that's part of the cooking process. Okay? So, we have a little oil in our pan here. Okay? Okay. Now, when do you know the oil is hot? Well, Ming Tsai, and I'm saying the name wrong, when I was in Boston years ago, Oriental chef owned a couple of restaurants in Boston, made it very clear. When the oil shimmers, it's time to cook. So what you mean it shimmers is when you look at it and it just bounces. It's like ripples. It's like ripples on a calm water. You just see the water, the ripple. You see that. And that's what we're looking for. Okay? You can put a drip of water in there, but you don't want to get in that habit because if you're cooking with the children and they put their hand in there and they throw it in there, they're going to burn themselves. So what you want to do is you want to be able to see it. And then you can teach them. And then when they're old enough, then they can do the drop of water. Okay? So now, we got a little bit of heat in here, which is good. We're going to start with the garlic and onions first. We'll do onions first, then the garlic. Why the onions first? Because the onions have sugar in them. And we want them to caramelize. If you put the garlic in first, it'll burn, causing the oil to get too hot, and then the onions will burn. So do the onions first, then the garlic. Okay? So we're going to do that. The fish, okay, is going to go in this bigger pan here. Okay? Now, like I said before, get your utensils out. I didn't do that. Okay? I don't even listen to my own suggestions, but that's okay. I didn't get my spatula for my fish stuff. Didn't do that. Okay, so now the oil's hot. Too hot, it's going to start burning. So when it gets hot enough, lower it just a little bit, but not too much. I mean, it's on medium high, still medium high, but I lowered it down to 1 or 2. Listen now, if you don't hear that, that oil's not hot enough. Okay, and that's just for the onions or the spinach. Okay? Again, all we're going to do in here is salt and pepper, but in this case, I'm going to use the adobo. Adobo is a universal. I love it. It's great. What you put in the onions is going to cause it to burn. So you need to watch it. Okay? So, as we go in here, okay, as you notice, we cook from here, everything's now here. Okay? We're going to take the fish. Remember we said the presentation side, the side that you want to show, is going down first. Okay? Now here we go. good bottom here. Okay, nice and slow. And that's all love right there, so we don't want to lose that. Pour it right in there. Okay? In the pan. Okay? There we go. There we are. Okay? Yeah. Okay? Onions have been cooking for about a minute, minute and a half. Okay? We'll throw our garlic in here. Okay, again, you're not going to hear the garlic cooking, but you'll smell it. Okay. You don't want the onions to caramelize as in brown, as in dark brown. You just want them to get that sugar release. Once the sugar release, you're going to start turning it a little bit golden. The difference between golden and brown is burnage. The more you burn it. Now, burning is not a bad term if you're controlling the burn. Okay? Just like the spaceship, they're controlling the burn. That's what we're doing here. We're controlling what we're doing. Okay? Because every time that we add something, we're cooling it down. In order for it to heat up again, it burns. And we're going to control that. Okay? Now we're going to lower this fish a little bit. Okay? Okay, nice and easy. Okay? Get my pot holder. You see my Christmas pot holder here? Let me show it to you, right? Christmas pot holder. What day is it? It's August. Okay. We got a little bit of brown coming along here. Smells good. Okay. Okay, now, I'm going to put a cover, a really quick cover on the fish. Now, when I say a quick cover, I want to keep the heat in there. Convection. So the heat from that, the bottom is going to cook it. We don't want it to overcook. We don't want it to turn brown or black. We want it just gold. Okay? Now we're going to take the spinach, which we got right here, put it right in the pan. Okay? You say, oh my God, that's not going to fit. Spinach is 1/8 the volume. So as it cooks, it decreases. Okay? I find it's easier to use a pair of tongs. Okay? And you're saying to me, where's your tongs? Well, you can say that because I got it. Okay? Here we go here. Go from the bottom. Okay? Again, we're looking at, what, 10 minutes, right? We're about 5 minutes away from eating. Is that what you think? Maybe. Okay? We got my trusty spatula here. Okay. Turn this sucker over. Okay. All right. Now, we said we were going to use lemon. If we put lemon in there, it's going to steam. The oil and water don't mix. It's going to splash up at us. So we don't want to do that yet. Because once we add the oil, it slows the cooking process down. Oh, sorry. We add the lemon juice, it slows the cooking process down. Okay? So we're going to lower our spinach. We're going to shut it off because we have the carryover cooking, which is important because you don't want to overcook it. See, that spinach that wasn't fitting in the pan, now fits in that pan. And here we are. Okay, now, we're going to remove this and let it sit. You want to taste it to see if it's good, but we're going to let it sit. Okay? Yeah. Taste, we've got to taste it. Taste everything. So we're going to taste our spinach and see. Okay? Need more salt. Okay? A little more salt. If you're on a low sodium diet, don't add more salt. Simple. Okay? Here we are. Now you can add anything you you want to it. You don't have to do salt and pepper. You can do anything you want. On your soup mix, works great. Do all that stuff here. Okay? Our fish is cooking nicely. Sticking from the bottom right now. Okay, but it's flaky, so it's what we want. Okay? Now, we're going to add a little bit of the adobo. Yeah, I'm cheating. Okay? A little of the adobo, and then we're going to add the lemon. And then what we're going to do is we're going to finish it. It's going to steam. Steam just for a minute. Okay? Here we go. Listening, right? Okay? Here we go. So the steam. There it is. See it? Hear it? Okay. You want that? Once it goes, cover it. And you're about 5 minutes away from what we need. He's got the cover. Okay, what did I tell you about interruptions? Yeah, Knucklehead took the cover to the lemon juice. So, what are you going to do, right? But that's part of what this is. Okay? I mean, if it wasn't for the wife, we'd be waiting for the poop to come up. Then we'd get the cup. But again, this is what I'm talking about. This is my life. And I wouldn't change it for the world, because this is what you do. It's family. It's culture. It's all about what's not. It's what's not accepted. Everyone's afraid of embracing who you are and what you are. Okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to wait another minute or so. I want to plate it, and you're going to see what we got here. You may laugh at me, but then again, it's okay. All right, very simple. We're going to check the fish. How do you check the fish? How do you know the fish is done? Okay, it should flake. What does flake mean? It fall apart. But it should hold together but fall apart. That doesn't make any sense. But it does if you're cooking the fish. It should still hold together, but check it. Oh, see? It's still good, and we're done. So here we are. What we're going to do, we're going to plate one. And all of you, I want you to say, ooh, wow. Okay? Are we practicing? Okay, you're going to practice. Ooh, wow. Okay. Here we go. Okay? We're going to put the rice down first. We're going to a little bit of a pale yellow color. Okay? Not bright. Okay? Sticky enough that's going to sit. Okay? Then we have the spinach. We're going to put right over here. I want to put spinach on the top or the bottom? What do you want to do? You want to put it on the top, the bottom? You got to tell me. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to put it on the side because you didn't answer me. So, we're on the side, right here. Then we're going to take our fish and we're going to put it right here. Now, there you are. Okay? Now, if you like the juice, all it is olive oil and lemon juice. You pour it on there. Some people don't like it. If you like it, then pour it on there. If you don't, leave it off. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in, and you're going to see this. And hopefully you're impressed. Okay? So give me a second here. Let me play with this here. And wait a minute here. Wait a minute. Are we saying ooh and wow? Ooh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, ow. Thank you. Thank you for dining with me. This has been a pleasure talking to you and teaching you.